Alright, and welcome to the exciting world of complex fractions. A complex fraction is a fraction where either the numerator or the denominator, or even both of them, have a fraction in them. So here's some examples of them. If you look at the first one, that's a fraction over a fraction. The second one is actually a mixed number over a whole number. And the last one's a whole number over a mixed number. All of those are examples of complex fractions. And you're saying, well, why are we looking at complex fractions right now? I thought we were studying unit rates. Well, some of our unit rates are going to have complex fractions. So let's look at the first one, 5/6 over 2/3, or 5/6 divided by 2/3. So when we have to think about this, we have to think about division. So you're going to put your 5/6, and then it would be divided by 2/3. Okay, so 5/6 divided by 2/3. So what you need to do is do 5/6, and then we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. Remember what that is? You just take this number, we're going to turn it upside down, and get the reciprocal. So now we have 5/6 times 3/2. Well, we can simplify before we multiply, so let's go ahead and do that. We can take a 3 out of 3, and we can take a 3 out of 6 and get 2. So our answer is 5 over 4. Now that's an improper fraction. You can switch it to a mixed number if you need to, and you really might need to with some of these problems. But that's not too hard to do. That's just simple division of fractions. We already covered that in the first unit. So now we have 2.5 divided by 5. One of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to put this 5 over 1. It's going to help us a little bit with our work. Now we know when we're dividing fractions, we need to change this to an improper, so we're going to have 5/2 divided by 5 over 1. Now we remember our rules. We don't like division problems, so we change them to multiplication problems. And when we do that, we leave that first number alone. It's going to stay the same. Then we're going to change division to multiplication, and we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. Well, in this case, it comes out pretty good because we can take a 5 out of both the top and the bottom, otherwise known as the numerator denominator, and we can get 1 over 2. So our answer is 1/2. Now this is our last problem that we're doing, and we're going to look it up, and it's going to be 4 divided by 1 1/3. So when we do this, we'll go ahead and put 4 over 1, and it will be divided by, and then we have to change this mixed number to an improper fraction. So that's going to be 3 4/3. So we get 4 over 1 times 3 over 4. How cool is that? Okay, it's not very cool. It's just complex fractions. So we end up simplifying them, and it equals 3 over 1. But hey, wait a minute, we just know that as the number 3. So the answer to this one is just 3. So complex fractions are nothing but division problems. You take the numerator and divide it by the denominator. Just be careful when you have those whole numbers in the numerator denominator that you put them over 1 before you try to do anything. Okay, I lied a little bit and said the last one will be the last one. Well, we've got one more. So let me grab my pen here, and we're going to do 3/4. And in this case, we're going to divide by 1/2. So you'll do 3/4 times 2 over 1. We'll do a little simplifying, and we get 3 over 2. Now if you wanted to change that to a mixed number, it would be 1 1/2. Alright, so thank you for watching this exciting video about complex fractions. If you have any questions, see your teacher.